Okay. Visit both defense sites. So yeah, I'll do the optional ones. I'll visit the defense sites. There's probably some conversations to be had there. And then we'll do the final... the final rest. Oh, more of them coming. Oh. I don't think there's anything new.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
I'm not quite sure where the thing is, but... I always find Meridian difficult to navigate. Okay, we're close to this particular bit. There's a heavy weapon there. Nice. I assume we're going to be doing some fighting here. That's probably why they've laid that one there for us. Which one is it, I wonder? There's some gold looking shit here as well. Talk to Petra.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well
Why,
struck.
thank you.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge woman. I hail from the Free Heap. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first. Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
So this is... oh, it's an Oseram cannon. I mean... hold up... ah... why can't I fire? Is it because I'm too close to that? Ah, wait, no.
Try me now.
I'm not sure I understand how this works. No. I mean, it keeps trying to fill up ammo. Ah, okay, you release it. Sorry, Strider. Yeah, ouch. Okay, that's pretty legit. Nice.
Have you just polished that armor with it?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Out
Oh.
with it, woman.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Damn Oseram. Stirring up tensions.
This place
My eyes.
really couldn't be more different to the sacred land, could it?
The Sun King's grown too soft.
Okay, hold on. Let's have a look at these. Okay. Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out, but not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organised for the ZD staff. Seriously, as though there is enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Jerez and the President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Ah, deluxe shelter, eh? Jerez stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as the colour of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks, and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civilian brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start the death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, when it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units of the Kalmar Sea War. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn.
Much Oseram influenced the palace. What's he thinking letting Dervahl live?
I think again we've got like a little kind of who's who here, so we get to chat to a few more people before the final battle.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
She's still one of my favourite NPCs of the entire game.
I only fight when I have to. But by the time I have to, I usually
She's just got some great lines, man. Okay, let's talk to Uthid as well.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then. Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
That's a badass couple right there. Okay, that's Teb. And who are you? Elida.
Elida, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him, for both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment, every dawn and dusk. I should give you this, to help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Alita. Be safe.
Oh, she's so cute. 3 antidotes. Nice.
Much Asaram influence.
It's kind of cool that all of the side quests you do result in like the people that you interacted with during those side quests appearing here for the final battle. I don't know if she would have anyway, but I'd like to think it's because I did the side quest. So that means there's probably more people to talk to, like Nakoa.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raid, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luther?
As many as I have to.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so
What?
cheerful.
Oh, they're hilarious.
Isn't that him? From the Battle of the Dawn?
Oh, is that Nil? I was about, you know what? I was about to say one guy we're
Clear
missing.
that up later.
Survivors. Well, I don't like to boast. Oh, sun, keep the shadow from falling upon me.
I was about to say, I wonder if my boy Nil is at the other kind of battlefront. But here he is. Good to see him.
Nil?
Aloy. They told me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught in my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal.
Ooh.
Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The weight before blood is shed, like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was assured the odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
That's how he likes it.
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist?
The guy has not changed one bit since this entire thing. Despite all of his interactions with Aloy, he's exactly the same.
Killed anyone lately you'd like to talk about? I don't care for fighting machines, but I hear these ones are demons. That's exciting.
Oh, good old Neil. What a lunatic. Okay, I'll run over to this bit, and then we will rest up. And shit will get crazy. It really does look like it's the end this time though, once this battle happens and it's done. Then again, knowing this game will probably have the battle, then there'll be like 6 more hours of stuff to do. Okay, it's another delayed response thing. Wow. Still have a fair few. I don't think I need anything in terms of supplies. We've got pretty much everything we could need. We've got 300 blaze, 360 wire, we've got 1,000 wood bits or whatever. Got plenty of chill water. Maybe not as many for the tear blast, but still that should be enough. I think we're doing okay. We're going to kill and loot a lot of machines in the process too, so I think we're good. So, is that the spire? Okay, I think we're gonna have to climb here. Oh wait, no.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Enjoy. If only Ross could have seen all of this. Yo, this is kind of cool. I think it might look cooler at the top, so I'll go there first. There better be some cool people to talk to at the top here. Climbed a long way for this. Getting the impression this is a nice photography spot as well. That's what I'm talking about. This will be the last bit of photo mode outside of DLC anyway, I think. So it's good to get it in. I don't remember the last time I was up here, if at all. Okay. Oh, Aaron's there. Okay. Val. Cool. So I guess Val and Aloy have a little bit of a chemistry / spark between them, and so does Aloy and Erend. So it's kind of interesting that they're both here.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These cards are in their frilled armor look like turkeys. But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
The Anointed.
I've been here for a while.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Very well. I'm not sure if there's a hard barrier here. Woohoo! I'm trying to... I wanted to get her perched up on there. It's a big risk. Whew. Gotta try. There we go. I feel like it might work well. Ah, she's like up in the air. If she was standing properly on it, it would have some context, but because she's floating, it doesn't look that cool, unfortunately. Oh well. I think for once, this is the kind of area where there's so much going on the map that the places in the distance, there's not a lot of detail on them. But it's just so busy. Okay, floating Aloy. Let's get down. These palm trees that hang off the sides are always very tempting for photos as well.
O great sun, how does your gaze fall? In approval or approach? Turn our heads with your daily pilgrimage, from the east where we came, to the west where only you may go. You grant cold metal the warmth of life, and let the machines bask in your great shining. For you, the shadows shrink and part and gather again only at your allowance without form. Your eyes, the day, your ears, the priests, your lips, the radiant Sun King, as there was before and will be again, your light.
Naman, I should have known if there was going to be a Sun Priest here, it would be you.
And if the Sun King had allowed Outlanders to set foot upon the Alight, this Aloy could only be you. I wish the circumstances were different, or that the Psalms of the Sun could give you peace of mind. But if you'll allow me one pontification...
Go ahead.
You've shown strength and compassion. Our enemies only a desperate hate. Both sides claim the blessing of the sun. But the sun that I pray to, it would bestow it upon yours.
You know, Naman, I'm already under some pretty heavy divine pressure, but I'll try to live up to it.
The tribes united against Shadow. How could that not be the sun's will?
Yep. Just a little bit more pressure. But if anyone can deal with it, Aloy can. Right, who else we got? I almost missed Naman there. That was lucky. Since this is like calm before the storm kind of segment, I'll take my time to explore around.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys just like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Let's not get cocky, boys.
Okay. Before I have the conversation with them, I just want to make sure I check around to this bit. Okay. Fine. There's a hard barrier there. I feel like we're going to be doing some fighting up here for sure. That's probably why they got all these zip wires and stuff. And I think these were the banners where they said this is where the healing and the supplies or whatever are going to be. So this is going to be a battle site for sure. Okay, I don't think there's anyone around here, so this area isn't quite as busy as the previous one. Let's talk to Eren first, considering the fact that we heard him and his boys.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Eren. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
Nice. So what's our goal, guys? To do our best.
What kind of machines have they got?
Big, ugly ones. From the ancients.
Ugly and ancient? Like your mother?
Worse, like your wife.
That's enough.
Oh, man.
This is what I have to deal with.
Yeah, you guys have fun with that. I'll go and talk to Val and the Nora side. My peoples.
Greetings, Aloy.
Oh, look who it is.
Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called
say,
anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I. Your friend, the Vanguard, keeps looking over. Up here, I'm not sure if the world has grown bigger, or I've grown smaller.
Okay, we've got a new journal as well. It'd be nice to get all of these before the final battle. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Jerez warned me? Said collapse of Eastern Line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 more days, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD has become a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as the Gammas got evacuated. Then beaters. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up. But they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there'd never have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems would never have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible, for which I'm glad. I really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia. One generation only. Update. That was General Jerez. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects us to be overrun within 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. So, hold on. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites. So it's not even possible. Okay, right. So because she's not in a cradle site, she's not going to be one of the, like, people there raising the clones. Fair enough. Okay. Rest before the final battle. That's literally the final thing that is left. Whew. We're finally there. Wow. Like I said, part of me thinks like final battle, and then after the final battle we've got 3 hours more of stuff to do, but I'm not really sure.